Has anyone ever wondered why pets suffer or they wander away?
Yes.
Well, I do. I wonder about that. And usually the reason that pets do that is because of their owner's decisions. So today we will discuss why it's important to spay or neuter your pets. We will talk about what spaying and neutering is, why people choose not to do it, and finally, and most importantly, we will talk about the problems and risks. After speaking to several experts and also researching this topic, I'm confident that I can teach you why it's important, and hopefully you will consider doing this when you are a pet owner. So now we will talk about what it is. So what spaying and neutering is removing the reproductive organs on a dog or cat, usually. When it refers to males, it is neutering, and females, it's spaying. And the male procedure is an appointment or a scheduled surgery with a veterinarian, and the dog will be put under anesthesia, and the vet will remove his testicles. And then the female procedure is a little bit more intense. The vet will cut into the female and remove the ovaries and the uterus. So for females, it's a longer recovery period, and it's very important to not let your dog jump and run around after this, and they shouldn't. They'll be really tired anyway. So now let's talk about, when looking at the book Language Variation, published in 2007, the word neuter is under the influence of Standard Dutch. So now let's talk about the reasons why people choose not to do this for their dog or cat. The number one reason is expense. Usually people don't think it's a priority for their dog or cat to be spayed or neutered, so they just choose not to spend the money on them, or sometimes people just can't afford it. So there actually are more and more clinics, especially in bigger cities, that will take dogs and cats and spay and neuter them for a cheaper cost. It's not like a vet clinic, but they'll still do the job right. And also, it's probably not a very good idea if you have a very large dog or a very small dog to take them there, because they require special surgery. And another big thing is pride. A lot of, with the male dogs, a lot of people don't want to ruin their manhood or anything, but the matter of the fact is that dogs have no concept of that, so they wouldn't even know what's going on. Dr. John Carlson, the veterinarian at the Tyler Veterinary Clinic, claims that there are more and more clinics that will spay and neuter for a low cost. So most importantly, let's talk about the problems and risks. One of the biggest problems is overpopulation. Today we're seeing more and more animals being put into shelters because they can't find homes. So without letting your dog be spayed or neutered, they have a much bigger chance of having puppies, kittens, and also if you have a male dog impregnating a female. The PETA, a YouTube channel, states that as many as 70% of shelter animals will be euthanized. So if you realize that's 70 out of 100 dogs or cats that will be put down, and that's a very large amount just because they can't find homes, because owners are irresponsible and don't take care of business with their dogs or cats. Another problem, specifically in males, cat or dog, is wandering off. Males will hear the yelping of females when they're in heat, and they'll do whatever it takes to go find them. So that involves running off and even breaking doors if they can to get out. And that's really dangerous, especially if you live in a small town or out in the country, because you could lose your dog and it could eventually die, and you just will never be able to find them. they don't know their way back. So only in females go into heat, and that is when a female is going through their menstruation period, and they'll like yelp and howl for males to come find them, and that's when the males will run away. This is really more of a problem for the owners because it's more of a mess, and you'll have to clean it up, and it is painful for the dog, so you'll have to see them go through pain every month. The ASPCA website says that your spayed female will not go into heat, so there's a guarantee that once you get your female spayed, she will not go into heat. Now this is the biggest problem, disease and the risk that your dog or cat will get cancer is very high. The most popular male disease is a testicular cancer or a prostate cancer. And then in females, it is the ovarian cancer and even breast cancer. It's very important to get your dog spayed or neutered when they're puppies. But if you rescue a dog and they're 9 years old, it's still important to get it done because it'll reduce the chances of them getting cancer. When reading long-term health risks and benefits associated with spay and neuter in dogs, Laura J. Sanborn, MS, states, one cannot ignore the findings of increased risk from osteosarcoma. Osteosarcoma is just a fancy name for cancer. And lifelong dog lover, Mr. Bruce was against neutering his dog and finally agreed to it and said it was quick, painless, and super universal. That's what New York Times wrote in their article. So today I taught you what neutering is. I taught you why people usually choose not to do it, and also the big problems and risks concerning your dog or cat. So I hope that someday when we're owners and make decisions for our dogs or cats, we really consider spaying and neutering them so we can reduce their chances of disease. Thank you.